My son and I both love making things, and I think this is an excellent opportunity for some father and son bonding time. Now, it just so happens we recently found a children's woodworking book in the library. And one of the projects in that book was a cool cutting board that my son got really attached to, so why don't we build that? But should you really bring a 5-year-old into a wood shop with lots of dangerous machines and sharp tools? Now, there are some machines and tools that he won't be allowed to use for quite some time. But in order to build the respect that these tools require, it does help to experience them and be around them, at least from a safe distance. Anyways, this is not a workshop safety video. This is about me building a woodworking project with my son. Out of respect for his privacy, I'm keeping his appearance in this video to a minimum. For this first part where we're milling the material, there isn't a lot he can help with, but he does help me where he can. And every now and again, he surprises us with some initiative of his own. And for the parts where he can't help, he claims he does like watching while I use the machines. I'm hoping that spending this time with my son can set some good foundations and habits for him when it comes to being creative in life. One of my biggest regrets in life is not really acting on my passion for making things. It's scarily easy to just settle into the sedentary life of scrolling on your phone or just watching videos. Then, about a year ago, I made the decision to start taking woodworking as a more serious hobby. I even set a goal for myself to try to get at least 20 minutes of some kind of woodworking practice into every single day. Now, in reality, I'm still very far from that goal, but I'm actively working on it. I really do think it's important to embrace your creative side and not take a 20-year hiatus from it as I did. After a break for lunch, we are ready to unclamp the board and continue the project. And at this point in the project, we're actually getting to some steps where 5-year-olds can be a bit more hands-on. His technique might need a bit of work still, but he's getting there. And in the end, I asked him kindly if I could help in getting the rest of the glue off. Now, we only have a couple of steps left with power tools, and here we're just about maxing out the width of my jointer planer. And as I was finishing planing, I discovered him having a bit of a hammering practice session. I guess that was more fun than watching me this time. I then rudely interrupted his hammering practice and consulted with him regarding what to do with the sharp edges on the board. He concluded that he liked a roundover rather than a chamfer, and he got to pick the roundover size too. The sander was a bit scary for him at first, but he was willing to give it a try. Again, we might need some practice, but we did get it done eventually. Before we're finishing the board, we're raising the grain to get rid of some fuzzies in the wood fibers. And this was a perfect opportunity to take a snack break while we were waiting for it to dry. I then knocked down all the fuzzies with some hand sanding, getting ready for the oil. And to make the board extra pretty, we're finishing it with some purified linseed oil. We were very excited to put some oil on, so I actually forgot to hit record for most of the application. but I did manage to get some footage of it here towards the end. And there we are, a finished board. I think this cutting board turned out great. And my son is also very happy with it. And it is looking pretty damn good, if I may say so myself. Now, we have done projects from this book already, and hopefully we have time for at least one more before we return the book. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you're interested in more woodworking videos, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. I should disclaim that my family members won't be making appearances in most of my videos, unless they specifically request to. And 5-year-olds aren't really old enough to realize what they're giving consent to in that case. Before we started this project, my son actually asked me if we were going to make this into a video, and I couldn't say no, but I do think the video turned out great anyway. I have several woodworking projects underway. I'm currently building this ash workbench, and then I have this Dutch tool chest over here that I'm trying to finish and fit out at the moment. Anyways, I hope you stick around to watch the next video. I'll see you then.